What can I do? Walking around in circles, love you. The way you got me, loving you too. Can't do my own work anymore.
Welcome back, folks, and this week we are taking a look at Otis Rush's classic Homework with a particular focus on the version by Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. So what I'd like you to do is take your regular guitar and tune it down a half step to E flat standard. So everything just down a semitone. Okay, and that's going to make the strings nice and slinky for bending later. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll break this lesson into two parts, walking you through the rhythm guitar played by Danny Kirwan, and then some of the minimal lead ideas played by Peter Green. Okay, so starting out with the rhythm guitar, E flat standard, I'm on the bridge pickup, straight into the amp with the volume up, so there's just a tiny bit of natural crunch going on there. Okay, so the chords for the verse, it's a minor key blues. We're playing out of an F sharp chord in this tuning. Obviously the actual sound that's ringing out is really in the key of F, okay? But we'll just talk about the chords as we see them. So the one chord is F sharp minor, and that's going to be the entirety of the verse is just played on that. So it's all about the right hand, and to strum this you want to be exclusively playing down strums like this. Okay, and that is all you need to do for the verse. Then when it comes to the break, you'll do a little stop like that, and you're going to do a chord sequence like this. So that's F sharp minor, E major, C sharp. I'm just playing a little power chord there. You could bar it like this. I just want these three notes, you know. And what I like to do there is do a big strum on the first two chords, and then this one kind of build into it. So partial palm mute here, and then like so. So there's a bit of a dynamic thing into the next burst of chords, alright? And you'll play that a bunch of times, and then we break, and coming out of that chord sequence there's a little riff like this. And at that point we would just repeat that cycle one more time. So that little fill there, what we're doing is actually sliding up to the C sharp root note. So that's effectively the 5 of our F sharp minor. Okay, and you're going to slide from B to C. And then you're going to grab that E and slide back from C to B. Open A string, back to the root. So that's it. So one more time with that little riff. Okay, now the first time around you just stop, 2, 3, 4. Repeat that cycle again. The second time when you stop, so we're going to walk up to the B minor chord, which is the 4 chord, for the bridge section. So it's going to go F sharp, A, B flat, B. Okay. And then you're just playing the same rhythm you played in the verse. So we've got F sharp is the 1, B minor is the 4, and then to round out that section, we're going to go up to the C sharp 7, which I'm going to play just a tone above B up here. So that verse section is going to sound like this.
Now, baby, you're as sweet as you can be. Everything you do, keep sending me a kiss of your lips, or the touch of my hand. Everything you do is.
Okay, so that is pretty much everything you need to know to play the basic rhythm accompaniment of the verses. Now let's take a look at Peter Green's lead ideas. I'm just going to turn on the crunch pedal. Alright, so let's take a look at the Peter Green solo parts. For this you're going to be pretty much exclusively in the F sharp minor pentatonic framework. So root note, all of that, really simple stuff. He doesn't deviate from that really at all. The way to think about this is when those chord sections come in, is when Peter Green takes his solos. He doesn't do much else in the song. During the verses he plays these 2 simple phrases, which you'll hear in the first 4 bars of the intro, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and he doesn't do anything else because he's busy singing, you know. So the first phrase, first stock phrase you'll use in the verse is sliding up to the 5, C sharp, and then just walk down the minor chord and land on the root. Okay, and then the answer to that is this little bend, pre-bend, pull off and then mute. Okay, I guess for a variation, if you wanted to do something different, you could go up to the octave at the 14th fret, play it up there, you know. Okay, and then when those solo sections come around over the chord breaks, there are always 2 cycles of those. So you have an A and a B solo, think about it like that. And in terms of each solo, try to think in terms of low and high, you know. So what I mean by that is if you want to take a solo in the first position around here and then move up to the octave and take some up there. And for the solos themselves, right, you have maybe 4 bars or whatever time it is there to say what you've got to say. And coming out of each solo section, you're going to join Danny on that riff. So whatever it is you're doing, make sure you either finish your last phrase in this part of the guitar so that you're ready and in position to play that riff. You don't want to be caught still in the middle of a noodle when that riff comes around. You want to keep it nice and tight. So the way to achieve that is to limit your solo to 3 or 4 short phrases. Maybe if you choose 3 phrases, that means you can leave some space. So something simple like something like that. So I'll just play you a couple of examples of me improvising solos along those lines, and you can have a look.
Lose my mind. You really got me loving you so. Can't do my own work anymore.
So you know, not flawlessly played or anything like that. I'm just improvising and having fun with the tune. I really love this tune. I love Peter's playing, but for this, I didn't go and make a note-for-note transcription or anything like that. I just listened to what Peter's doing, get the general vibe of it, and try to recreate that as best as I can. And I would advise you to do the same. Just play the backing track, you know, listen to the original, get it in your head, have a play around, come up with a few ideas, a few stock phrases that you like, that you're, you know, able to play, and then just jam it, you know, play it and see what you come up with. So back to Peter's thing. There is one particular phrase that he does use repeatedly in his solos, and it's just a little high bend on the root note. So you might want to reference that, just to, it's kind of a signature phrase in this tune, I suppose. So all it is the high octave F sharp note on the 14th fret, and you're just going to bend 3 or 4 times. Okay, that's it. And then whatever you want afterwards, you know. So that's number 1. Back out again. So now I'll play you another version of the solo that I played in the lower register, and in this one I introduced one extra note from the minor scale, which is this. So here's the pentatonic F sharp in here. Okay, that framework. And then here's the note from the minor scale. It's a very Peter Green thing to do anyway. I don't think he does it in this song, but yeah, it's a nice little thing to add. So have a listen to this and see what you think. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. As I said, just practice hard, listen to Peter, listen to Danny, do your best, have some fun. That's all we can ask. We'll see you guys next week, and take it easy.